I love it. To the puppers, treat to the dogs. Here we go. Good day, Sizzle and Smokers. We're back. We are going to today's show make some dog treats. This one's going to the dogs. We got pumpkins left over. What do you do with them? Well, we did the seeds video. Now we're doing the pumpkin puree video. So we made our own pumpkin puree. Take your pumpkins, your little guys like this. It's no different than a squash. Cut it in half. Take out the seeds and guts. Put it cut side down on a cooking sheet with a little bit of water. Put it in the oven at 375 for 45 minutes, an hour, till it's cooked and soft. Take it out, scrape it, chuck it into a bowl. If you want to make a puree, into the food processor blender, give it a stir for a couple minutes, and it's done. It's perfect. So this here was like from 2 pumpkins, a little bit bigger than that. We got this much pumpkin puree. So we're going to take that when we're done and we're going to freeze it. Put it in a couple freezer bags, chuck it in the freezer. It's going to last you a few months, maybe even a year if you seal it properly, and you can make it all you want. So for today, I'm going to make some dog treats. I've never made dog treats before, and I'm not a big baker. I don't like baking. So we're going to give this a shot. We're animal lovers. Our dog is our life. Our cats are running around. Shelby, I think, just got stuck underneath the couch. Anyways, they're crazy. So we love our pets, so we're gonna make some treats for her. Some healthy ones. It's all natural. Everything we got is gonna be meant for them. So in here we have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. We got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of salt that go in with it. We got 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. Dogs love peanut butter. I would know your animal. If they have allergies or anything react to them, make sure you know what you're putting in. Our pup is pretty good. She'll eat just about anything, as most dogs will. But there is allergies out there for pups, so be careful. Then we have 3 eggs. Dump those in there. And then we got the 1 cup of pumpkin puree. We have preheated the oven to 350. We're going to mix this together until it's a nice formed ball. And then we're going to just roll it out onto the cutting board here with some flour. And then we're going to cut it into strips. Bake it half an hour until it's dried out. I don't know how long that's going to take. You don't want to make it too wet because it'll go bad quick. So you're going to dry it right through, and then you can just leave it on the counter in a sealed bag or container, and you'll be fine. If you wanted to put it in the fridge, which is probably recommended, but don't necessarily have to, you can do that as well. So we're going to stir this up for a couple minutes here till we get it all incorporated, and then we'll check her out. As you're mixing it together, and if it's too wet, add more flour. If it's too dry, add water, but do both at like a tablespoon at a time. Don't add too much flour because it becomes too dry. Don't add too much water because then it becomes too liquidy, and then you're just going back and forth. So tablespoon max at a time until you get your desired consistency, and then away you go. So we got our dough done. I had to add about 3 tablespoons of water to it, just to get it to this state. It was a little dry, but now it's perfect. I went with chunky peanut butter because that's all we had, and so the peanuts are sticking through, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. So she's a nice dough ball. It's sticky. It's kind of where we want it. So now all you're going to do is just press it out. If you have a rolling pin, grab one. You want to get it to as thick as you want, really. If you wanted it this thick, you could. It's just going to take longer to dry out. That's all. Boom. Okay, so we got our treats all laid out on a cooking sheet with parchment paper. It's one big hunk. If you wanted to have some cookie cutters, dog bone shapes, or whatever you wanted to do, you could cut your own and lay them out and do what you want. I'm just going to take a knife and cut her down into strips. This one's it's easier to handle and give to your pup. You can make them as big as you want, small as you want, whatever you want. Our pup is pretty big, and so we'll give her some bigger ones. If you have a small dog, make them smaller. Something they can chew on without choking. We'll make this side up here a little smaller. Quick hitters. We always give Jade a treat at night when she goes to bed. She's kennel trained and she sleeps every night in her kennel. She loves it, but she's getting used to having a snack when she gets in her kennel. So we buy dog treats and that stuff for her whenever we can. So this will be a great alternative. So this will be something we can give her. Damn near took that in the toe. Boom. So that's it. So now we're just going to pop these into the oven and let her buck. Like I say, I'm going to give it half an hour. We're going to check it. We want to cook it, but dry it completely. You don't want to leave any moisture in it. If you leave any moisture in it, they're going to go bad quicker. They got to stay refrigerated and all that. We don't want that. So we're just going to let her go and then see where we're at. So let's try it and see where we get. Again, the oven's at 350, rocking and rolling. We'll take her from there. So this is quite easy. I don't like baking, but for my puppers, I'll do anything. So. Okay, so our dog treats are out. They're done. They were in there for about 45-50 minutes. They're nicely dried through. I flipped them halfway, even browning on both sides. They actually smell really good. They look good. They're edible. You could eat them. They're not bad. They're great. So we had the ultimate test. Got to see if the critic likes them. So Jade, come here. Come here, kiddo. You ready? You want to try one? What do you think? You want both at the same time? There you go. She's eating them. She likes them. So there you go. Easy peasy dog treats. Pumpkin puree, some peanut butter, cinnamon, egg, flour, and away you go. Cook through. I'll put these into a bag. I'll keep them in probably in the freezer because we're not going to go through them that quick. She'll have 1 or 2 a day at max because she's on a pretty regulated food schedule. So yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. When these are done, I'll make some more. I'll try a different recipe. Maybe no peanut butter, maybe something different dogs might like. They're all natural. They're easy. She loves it. She's eating them. So there you go. I love it. To the puppers. Treat to the dogs. Here we go.